Il primo volo su 62 passeggeri, 35 erano positivi al Covid e ancora peggio il secondo volo su 120 passeggeri, 62 erano positivi al Covid.
26号，意大利对从中国入境的旅客进行 COVID-19 筛检，发现有过半旅客确诊 COVID-19。意大利卫生部长斯基拉奇28号表示，他已经下令要求所有从中国入境的乘客接受强制筛检，以保护意大利民众。与此同时，法国媒体《费加洛报》也报道，总统马克宏已经下令采取适当措施保护法国人，并表示卫生和预防部正在密切关注中国局势的发展，并准备研究所有可能因此实施的有用措施。另外，英国《每日电讯报》也报道，预计英国交通和内政部官员将在29号进行评估，英国是否应该效仿美国和其他国家，对从中国飞来的旅客实施限制。新唐人亚太电视张慈玲综合报道。
When I think about 2022, I think of growth, new beginnings, and gratitude. This year, I married into a Chinese family, and officially I'm feeling like I'm taking root in this country. Because of this, Wuhan is starting to feel like this is where I belong. It's my home. And I'm no longer just a Uyghurian living here after the past 5 years. I'm so grateful for all the opportunities and blessings that this year has brought me here in China, where I have so many supportive friends and family. As for 2023, I'm most hoping to be able to see if I can finally bring my mom here to have a taste of Chinese hot pot and Wuhan's riganmian, and to experience the real China, my new home. She was supposed to come visit me in 2019, but after all these years, she still hasn't been able to do so because of COVID. I remember the first time I celebrated New Year in China very clearly because I was really excited about it. It was the first time I had ever left the US, and everything felt new and interesting because I was experiencing how Chinese people celebrated the New Year. I remember my then boyfriend, who is now my husband, took me out to a Chinese barbecue restaurant, and we had barbecue and beers. After dinner, we went to a party where somebody played the erhu. At the time, I didn't know what instrument that was, but I just remember thinking it was so beautiful. Looking back on the past few years since my first year here, I've seen a lot of changes happening in China, specifically in the city of Wuhan. They've added 5 new subway lines just within 5 years. New residential commercial buildings, malls, parks, and public transportation infrastructures are constantly popping up. This year, I was most impressed seeing the improvements on the environmental protection around the city. After getting married, my husband and I chose to move to the outskirts of Wuhan, where we live right next to a beautiful wetland park. We go for a walk every night to get fresh air. There are workers constantly cleaning out trash and managing the water and horticulture. We've even spotted many different kinds of birds and wildlife that I haven't seen here in years past. This year, I've noticed that most days are clear and sunny, and I think this is a result of the increased efforts of the carbon footprint control in 2022. This is an advancement that I'm proud to see happening just outside my door here in Wuhan, and seeing the impact that this positive change has done just in this year alone, I'm looking forward to see the power of that change grow exponentially in 2023. Happy New Year, everyone!
Pandemic information from China does not often appear in the official media, and it's censored. People take pictures and help spread the news through social media sites banned in the country. It is difficult to verify the authenticity of the information, but understandably, the situation in China is quite tense right now, creating anxiety and sensitivity among the residents. A photo of a conversation going viral shows Beijing has 15,000 bodies preserved in cold storage. The convoy transporting the bodies of Jiangnan Funeral Home, Chongqing Province, lined up 2.5 miles long, or about 4 kilometers long outside. In many places in Jiangsu, bodies are scattered in many funeral homes. There is no place to receive more bodies. Netizens in Beijing revealed that cold storage in Yukon-Ying, Beijing has preserved 15,000 bodies, and the storage is full, with many corpses piled up outside. The party's secretary said it was necessary to find more cold storage for the bodies. On December 25th, the account Wan Lishang also tweeted accurate Beijing news. Recently, the daily death toll in Beijing is 8,000, 4 times higher than before. The highest number of deaths was 10,700 on December 21st. Not only the elderly, there are also people over 20 years old. The capacity of the morgues of large hospitals was not enough. The frozen meat cold storage in Yuquanying was put into use and 15,000 corpses were stored in it. However, there are still a lot of bodies piled up outside the storage. Yin Li, the party secretary of Beijing, was feverish and cried bitterly when he witnessed the scene and asked for more cold storage. Wan Lishang also said that he just gives the truth without reason. A Chongqing resident revealed that at the Jiangnan funeral home, the convoy carrying bodies was lined up in 2 rows outside. The line was 2.5 miles long. The videographer said, "Now you can't go to the Jiangnan funeral home. Can't come here. The funeral home can't accept any more. Yesterday there was 1 line. Now there are 2 lines. You see, this is horrifying." At Xiqiaopiu Funeral Home in Chongqing, the parking lot is full of funeral cars which all transport bodies. Bodies wrapped in body bags lay scattered in the hallway and halls. In a funeral home in the city of Wuqi, Jiangsu province, the bodies are only covered with a white sheet, and rooms and corridors are packed with no space to squeeze in. The woman who recorded the video said, "There is no funeral home like this. You see, there are dead bodies lying everywhere. There is no way to go. Unprecedented in history." Another video from another funeral home in Wuxi, Jiangsu, with nowhere to go looks scary. Funeral homes in Changzhou, Jiangsu province, are also in a similar situation. This video was shot at Aishen Funeral Home in Linyi City, Shandong province, and also shows the same tragic situation.
On December 26th, the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP's General Secretary Xi Jinping, spoke about COVID-19 for the first time since the CCP loosened their strict anti-pandemic measures. According to AFP, Xi said in a directive that, at present, COVID-19 prevention and control in China are facing a new situation and new tasks. He added, "We should launch the patriotic health campaign in a more targeted way, fortify a community line of defense for epidemic prevention and control, and effectively protect people's lives, safety, and health." Xi's statement shows that the COVID-19 pandemic is still developing in China, because he mentioned ways to protect people's lives. This is something Xi has never mentioned in his statements about COVID-19 before. The CCP has been pursuing the extreme pandemic prevention measures of zero-COVID policy for the past 3 years. But under pressure from the severe economic recession and pressure from the Chinese people, the CCP was forced to change. However, the CCP is being accused of abandoning the zero-COVID policy too suddenly, which has caused COVID-19 to break out strongly across localities in China in recent days. A report by Nikkei has shown a dark pandemic picture in China. According to the report, on December 25th, the Zhejiang provincial government said it had recorded about 1 million new COVID-19 cases each day. They also predict that the number of daily infections will peak around New Year's Day, possibly at 2 million. AFP reported that a poll of 150,000 residents in Sichuan province last weekend found that 63% of respondents were positive for COVID-19. The funeral service center in southern Guangzhou has stopped accepting cremation requests until January 10th because it has to deal with cremation requests that are waiting in line. Only 6 COVID deaths have been officially reported since China's regime lifted most of its pandemic prevention measures. But crematorium workers interviewed by AFP said the body count was unusually high, while hospitals said emergency wards were packed and many people died every day.
中国疫情造成大量重症和死亡，舆论质疑并非已知的 Omicron 毒株。河北省疾控中心人员披露，河北北京夹杂着 Delta 毒株，大规模交叉感染还造成了更多变种。研究员指出，这2种变异株进入人体后，可同时感染一个细胞，从而加重病情。所以现在中国大陆的死亡率可能会比香港、新加坡等地区要高。中国疫情爆发之际，中共高层的一份防疫会议记录流出， 文件显示，新任政治局常委李强近日已提前上位，接替现任总理李克强的部分职务，任中央应对疫情工作领导小组组长。日经亚洲中则克二评论，中共中央的 COVID 政策命令混乱，原因之一是国务院权力空窗期有2个指挥中心，李克强和李强在同时操盘。中国各地爆发疫情，民众抢购药物，医院和火葬场大排长龙之际，香港特首李家超却宣布，香港1月中旬之前逐步跟大陆通关，引发外界担忧，恐怕带来不少问题，包括中港通关后将出现大陆人赴港打疫苗、抢药物、物资，加上病毒变异的不确定性，中港通关可能酿成武汉疫情初期的翻版，中港两地医疗制度或无法承受。12月28日，中共国台办主任换人，年已67岁的宋涛接替比他小2岁的刘捷一。无涉台经验的宋涛任新职，打破中共官场多项惯例。他原本卸任中联办主任，已转入全国政协，这种从退居2线复出的情况，之前有旧例。分析认为，宋涛是习近平的亲信，说明习只想用自己人，但另一方面也显示朝中无人，人事乱套。新唐人台电视整理报道。